I'm Amanda, the ever hopeful gardener, and today I'm making compost tea. I'm going to show you how I make actively aerated compost tea, which is very different from just letting some compost sit in water for a couple weeks. The actively aerated compost tea provides the most benefit to your plants because it makes sure that the microbes stay alive and are teased out of the compost into the tea and then are encouraged to multiply. I'm starting with a 5-gallon bucket that's filled with rainwater. The reason I'm using rainwater is because you do not want any chlorine or preservatives in the water that you're brewing your tea. It will kill the microbes. So if you don't have rainwater, you can just do regular water and aerate it for an hour or two, or let it sit outside for 24 hours and let the chlorine evaporate off. Next, I've got my homemade compost. I have put mine into these mesh organza bags just because it makes it easy. At the end, I don't have to strain it before spraying it. If I just put loose compost in the bucket, I would have to strain it before being able to spray it out of something like this, or it would get clogged up. So I have about 4 cups of homemade compost that I'm going to tie off and put in the bucket. The next thing I'm going to do is add food for the microbes. Microbes love sugar. I'm going to be adding molasses, and I did my research, and this brand that I found at the grocery store, Grandma's Molasses, on their website says they are unsulfured and have no preservatives. So this is what I'm going to add. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons from my 5-gallon bucket. I don't have a tablespoon out here, but I have a 1/4 cup, so I'm going to fill it halfway full. I'm also going to add some fish and seaweed emulsion, probably about a tablespoon. Next is the most important part, the active aeration. I'm using these fish tank bubbler boxes that I got off of Amazon. They're about $8 each, and something I learned is that I probably need 2 of them. Turn that one on. I'm going to let this brew for 24 to 48 hours. I'm going to make sure it stays out of the sun because ultraviolet rays will kill the microbes. So I'm going to put it in the shade over here and keep an eye on it. I'm also going to monitor the temperature. It should be about room temperature. If I need to, I could add some ice cubes. Just going to make sure that it doesn't get too hot and I don't have to worry in the summer about it getting too cold. Once my compost tea is done brewing, I'll pop it in a spray bottle and spray the leaves top and bottom of all of my plants in my garden. One thing to note is, since ultraviolet rays will kill the microbes, I'm going to spray before 10 a.m. or after 3 p.m. when the sun's rays are not at their brightest.